Hey somebodies, what's going on? Sorry it's been so long since I've made a video, but insert excuse here. There's really no excuse for me not making a video. I've just found myself a little blah here lately. That ever happened to you? Happens to me. And it's during these blah times that no matter what I read, no matter what I look at, no matter what I do, nothing seems interesting to me. And since nothing is interesting to me, I find it dang near impossible to make a video about something that I think you guys are actually going to want to watch. So this episode's going to be a little bit different in that I'm not going to ramble about news and stuff that just, quite frankly, I don't care about right now. But I'm going to ramble about something different that I really do care about. And you guys may notice I'm in a different room than I usually film in. This is going to be my son's room when he finally gets here. And the reason I'm sitting here is because, well, today I want to talk about my unborn son. You may not know this or even care, but before I met my wife, I was married to another woman who I would never speak ill of. Even though she is the worst type of person ever imaginable. Well, anyway, my ex-wife had a son with somebody else before me and her got together, and due to the fact that, you know, I'm stupid and my ex-wife hated me, I spent a lot of time raising her son while she was out doing whatever it was she was doing. It's because of her son and her not being around a whole lot that I feel pretty confident in my skills as a parent. I feel like thanks to that particular situation, I already know everything I need to know before our baby gets here, and I know that I know everything I need to know. However, I do now find myself realizing that my wife is more than halfway through her pregnancy and I feel a little unprepared. I mean, even with all the experience raising my ex's son, I didn't go through the whole pregnancy and childbirth thing. Now, as far as this whole pregnancy thing is concerned, it seems to bother my wife a lot more than it bothers me that she's pretty much doubling in size every 5 minutes. It hadn't really fazed me, to be honest. She tends to notice like every vein and every mark on her body that may or may not have been there before. Some of them I'm pretty sure are figments of her imagination. I've seen this woman sit and stare into a mirror with a tear in her eye thinking about how her body will never be the same. I don't worry about her too much because in a few minutes she'll be giddy running around the house looking for another snack. And she's had absolutely no mood swings. At this point in the pregnancy, my child, who shall remain nameless, not because we don't want you to know his name, but because we don't know his name, well, he's turned from a peanut-looking dot on a computer screen to more like a baby-looking dot on a computer screen. His lungs are capable of breathing air, and at this point, if she was to go into premature labor and deliver him, he'd stand a very high chance of surviving. I'm a survivor! The way I figured, he's getting plenty of exercise because my wife's stomach just moves around on its own all crazy like. My stomach only moves like that after maybe perhaps eating Mexican food. Yo quiero Taco Bell. In a couple weeks we do have to return to the doctor to have the 3D ultrasound done, and I'm very excited about that because that'll be the first time that we get to pretty much see his face. I did a Google search for 3D ultrasound pictures, and a lot of them will show like the 3D ultrasound beside the actual picture after the baby was born. Some of them are like identical, and other ones I see no resemblance whatsoever, so I really hope that we get a good 3D ultrasound. So if he will just behave like he should, be a good boy and smile for the camera, then daddy will know what he looks like. One issue we do have at this point is my wife's placenta is low-lying. Now that means if her placenta goes any further down that it could partially block or fully block the birth canal, and then she'd have to have a C-section. But according to what I read on the internet, about 80% of women experience this same condition during their second trimester, and it usually clears up at some point during the third. So for right now I'm thinking high-lying or normal-lying thoughts until we have it checked again. I have often heard people describe the whole birthing process as one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. But I have a weak stomach. There's a lot of things that you need to figure out before you actually get in there to the delivery room. Like, first of all, am I going to cut the cord? If I'm unable to cut the cord for some reason, then who's going to cut it in my place? I have at this point tentatively accepted the task of cutting the umbilical cord, but I kind of wonder whenever I get in that situation if I'm going to stay committed to the moment or pass out and flop around on the floor like a fish. But let me ask you guys this question. If you're a guy, do you want to cut your child's little umbilical cord thingy? Or do you think you wouldn't handle it so well? And girls, if your man is unable to cut the umbilical cord for some reason, then who do you want to cut it in his place? Let me know in a comment down below or video response. As always, I want to thank you for watching this episode. I know it was just a little update about what's going on with me. It's these personal talks that I cherish the most. And I will see you in a couple days. Now get out of my son's room, that's just weird. Oh yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Dailybooth.